Here she is, the MT-09. Just picked her up, and isn't she a bloody beauty? One of the best looking bikes. This has definitely got to go.
One of the most popular mods when someone purchases a new motorcycle is they get rid of this disgusting looking thing and they purchase a thing called a tail tidy. Today I'm going to show you and save you $180 by using the existing bracket.
Firstly, remove the seat. Next, remove the rear fairings. On the top, there should be 6 bolts, 4 hex heads and 2 Allen keys. There will be a series of dowels underneath. Push in the centre and remove with a pick or screwdriver. Remove the 4 bolts from the locking bracket. Disconnect electrical connections. Undo the 4 nuts supporting the number plate bracket. And remove entire assembly from the frame.
Now that you've removed your number plate assembly, you need to dismantle this unit completely, and there'll be 2 brackets that you need to save. One of them is your number plate holder, and there's another mounting bracket here. I'll show you once I disassemble it.
Alrighty, there is no right or wrong way to dismantle the bracket assembly. Just start by undoing nuts and screws. Don't throw away any of the nuts or bolts. And keep note where everything goes in case you ever want to put this back to factory mode for whatever reason.
Alright, so lastly we got this plastic bit. I'll talk you through the blinkers because they can be a little bit tricky. Get your screwdriver. There's a little plastic tab in there that holds the grommet on and actually secures the blinker to the plastic bracket. So we're just going to go in and pick her out. Looks like that. Just leave her hanging there. Now, next thing you do is just grab your grommet and you squeeze her out. Pull everything through. Now for this thing. With that done, we'll continue to dismantle the blinker. Now we want to get this rubber grommet off so we can shrink this blinker when we assemble it on the new bracket. There's just the 1 Phillips head screw in there. We'll take her out. Alright, now the grommet will just separate like so. Now we need to remove this connector thingy-majiggy. It's good practice to take a photo of these things so you know the coloured wire, which one goes in the correct position when on reassembly. So we'll just get our pick and we'll unpick them.
These electrical connections are held in with a small tab or barb. Simply find the tab and with a pick, precision screwdriver, or even something with a fine point, press or lever the locking tab to allow the connector to be removed. Don't be forceful, as these can be easily broken.
Next step is, you're going to take your 2 brackets. This is going to be a number plate holder. This is going to be a mounting bracket. We're going to use these 2 bottom holes here to mount old mate here. Obviously it's a bit short, but nothing a little pull is not going to fix. So we'll grab her, pull her out gently and evenly. A little bit more. Put it the right way. Look at that. That being done, I'm going to take her back out. screws out. Alright, I'm going to go under here. Now, you've got a lock underneath here, it's quite sitting proud. So, I've gone and already done the cut, but we're going to go under here anyway and check. So, on your bracket, it's going to be obviously solid and not have a cut out of there. But the good news is your two original holes up here, this one and this one, line up with these two bottom ones. So there's no modifications there. However, you're going to have a clash with this lock and it's going to end up doing this sort of action. Measure it out, how much you need to take out, and I did this cut on an angle grinder. Roughly about 10-12 mil down and about 30 mil, 35 mil wide. Just keep going back and forth, measure out just so the lock will sit nicely in there. When you're happy with your little cutout, we're going to use these Allen keys. Hopefully you kept them, not threw them on the road, from the original number plate assembly. We're going to use them. So now we're going to, once you get these two Allen keys in, we're going to drill some holes in the bracket. And we're just going to use generic bolts to mount it on. So it might not be a bad idea as well. I've gone and done it, just slightly elongated with a slightly bigger drill. We'll just make the hole bigger in the frame, just to make it just a little bit easier. But we'll drill the hole out. Okay, now we're going to mount the number plate light. So what I've done to keep this as a $0 mod, I've gotten the plastic surrounding off the number plate, and I've just cut it up to size, measured it out, drilled some holes, and drilled another two to mount the light. So we'll stick her on. Just gotten some generic bolts, some odd washers. Everyone's got bolts and washers. Nothing special, anything to hold her on. Next we'll put the light on. So we'll feed just the wiring through, biggest hole there, and we'll put her on. Okay, next we'll put the number plate holder on. Now we're going to mount the blinkers. We're going to take the metal little tab that we just disassembled from the blinker earlier, and we're going to feed the wires through. And it's going to sit in there like that. The wires, feed them through the little bracket here, this little hole. Get your screw. Might be half an idea to put a little washer behind here, but Loctite is also recommended on this. And we'll get it through like that and do the opposite side. Okay, there we have it. Your bracket's on, your blinkers are on, your factory light's on. We're ready to reassemble. So if we fed all our wiring through, biggest hole, can't miss it. Feed it through, Now we're going to put our little connecty thingies back on. Remember I said taking that photo? Lucky I did. Lucky I remembered. So to simply put them in, you just get your brass thingy and you just push them in. Like so. In. There you go. Put your number plate light in. I've got a bit of excess wire now, so we'll see if we can coil her up and cable tie her, make her look nice and neat so nothing gets in the way. But keep in mind there's a lock here too, so neatness is key. Some cable ties and we'll cable tie her up. Now, we're going to do a bit of modification to your little plastic fairing thing, whatever you want to call it. As you go to put it back on, you'll notice that it clashes with the new bracket. So we're just going to have to cut out. Because it took a little bit of time and digging around, I've already gone and done it. You can see the shape that I've taken. If it's an MT-09, you'll know by looking at your original factory one, you'll see the shape that I've taken. And I've literally just cut that out with a Dremel or rotary grinder and use a cutting disc. And that needs to be done on both sides and she'll fit perfectly.
It is recommended to protect the exposed wires from the elements. Here, I'm just using split tube conduit. This not only helps protect the wires, but gives it a neat and tidy finish. After all that hard work, it's finally time to reassemble.
Well, there you have it, a tail tidy done, virtually $0 spent with the factory bracket. Now she looks like a bloody beauty. The ladies are going to be all over it.
$19.99 maroon Suzuki GS 1200.
Is it?
Yeah.